The people of Gaza have given us an education. The entire world has learned from Gaza over the past 72 days. We've learned the meaning of resolve. We've learned the meaning of courage. We've learned the meaning of patience, of perseverance. We, in a way, have learned the real meaning of life. While here in the West, most of us have been immersed in materialism, consumerism, getting things, accumulating stuff. We've seen how in Gaza, day after day after day, for 72 days, for 72 continuous days, people have lost literally everything. Everything. In some cases, people have lost everyone. Entire families, entire bloodlines have been erased from the civil registry in Gaza. Entire families have been obliterated. People have been occupied with trying to find the remains of their loved ones from under the rubble, whilst the West continues to shop for Christmas. We today send a message of not only solidarity, support and sympathy to our brothers and sisters in Gaza, but allow me, on behalf of my organization and on behalf of everyone here, to send the message of thanks and gratitude to the people of Gaza who have taught us, educated us as to the real meaning of life. It's crucial that here in Harrow East and Harrow West, that we realize that our MPs disgracefully refuse to call for what any sane or reasonable human being would call for when blood is being spilt, when death amongst civilians is being seen, and that is to call for an end to violence. We must never ever forget that Bob Blackman, as well as Gareth Thomas, watched as we counted the numbers of death, as we saw the bodies of babies slain, as we saw hospitals being demolished and destructed. And for that, neither of them should ever be supported or voted for or endorsed in any future elections.
Gareth Thomas, you can't hide!
We charge you with genocide!
Bob Blackman, you can't hide!
We charge you with genocide!
It is wrong to say that our government is complicit, because it is not complicit, it is actively facilitating the genocide of the Palestinian people. The bombs that are tearing apart Palestinian bodies are made here in Britain. It is our parliament that voted against a ceasefire. It is our representative in the United Nations that abstained on a ceasefire. And that is why it is so important that for 10 weeks we have protested, week in and week out, day in and day out, in every town and city across this country, because we have a duty to fight against our government and their imperialist project. And don't let anyone tell you that protest doesn't matter, because it was our protest that have meant they haven't been able to ban the Palestinian flag. It has been our protests that have meant they couldn't stop us from chanting from the river to the sea. It is our movement that brought down that wretched, racist Suella Braverman. And we will never forgive, and we will never forget, because the halls of Westminster are dripping in Palestinian blood. And every MP that has allowed the mass murder of the Palestinians to continue needs to be booted out of political life once and for all. No ceasefire, no vote. rights, the way that we fight not just for a ceasefire but for a free Palestine, the way that we bring down this government and any government that maintains Israeli apartheid, is to keep fighting, to keep mobilizing, to keep organizing, to be loud and proud in our anti-Zionism and our anti-imperialism, to keep the Palestinian flag waving high in every window and every wall and every lamppost, to maintain our unconditional and unwavering solidarity with the Palestinian people, and to call on every trade unionist, on every worker, on every student, on every person with a conscience to take to the streets of London on the 13th of January and make it the biggest demonstration that those cowards have ever seen. And when we say that, that is a call on us all to rise up for Palestine, and to do it now. Because apparently the police don't like the word intifada, an Arabic word which means to rise up, a word which is the right of every person on this planet to unite and fight against their oppressors. It is legitimate for the Palestinian people, and it is legitimate for us. And so since they're so racist as to not allow an Arabic word, that is our collective right. Let's shout it in English. Rise up!
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 I'm here because I'm a teacher, and I cannot just watch in horror thousands and thousands of children being killed, and we are not yet there. We're not even calling for ceasefire as a government, which is an utter shame. And as a teacher, when we teach our children that all lives matter, we are actually not seeing that in 2023. So I'm here to call for a ceasefire and save the children of Palestine.
I'm here because this is an issue that's very close to my heart. I've been following it for over 20 years. My parents are originally from Iraq, so I completely understand what Palestinians are going through on many, many levels. It's something that I have been living in hope for and dreaming for. I think a ceasefire is the absolute bare minimum that we're asking for today. Really, I want to see things move along much faster for the Palestinians. They have been suffering for more than 75 years. This has been going on since the beginning of the British mandate and when Britain decided to colonize Palestine. And I think the time is now really for things to change. We're seeing mass movements on a scale that I've never seen before, and I'm saying this as somebody who's been following this movement for a very long time. I think really things should change. If they don't change now, I don't know when they're going to change, but I am feeling very, very hopeful.